Everybody, this is Raslan Losey, and I'm going to just make some ganja tea this morning and chat to you because I have some things on my mind, and I figure that I've never really shown most people what it's like what I call my meditation ritual, my prayer ritual, I should say. When there's something heavy on your heart and you want to bring something to Jah, and and especially when it's for your people, there's a special routine that ganja leads me through, and I'm gonna share that with you today, because today is a day where I have my chalice. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna see how I light up my chalice today, and you're gonna see why I light my chalice today. I'm just gonna make a little ganja tea, real simple. I'm just gonna use some of our homegrown. I have a little bit of buds leaf off of this particular herb. Keep in a mason jar, have the leaves them dry out, and I'm going to show you how I use this and just make a little ganja tea. So I'm just put on the water. I'm going to start boil and then make a chat, because the first thing I'm going to bring your attention to is it right over my shoulder. You're supposed to can see the colors of the Jamaican flag, and anybody who's paying attention will notice something strange. I was looking to see who was going to comment on it, and I haven't heard any comments yet. So I figure say either you sit and don't say anything about it, or let me speak in a little bit of English. You notice and you just shrugged your shoulder and said something about it bad in your mind or whatever. But yes, see it here, I'm going to walk over to it and point to it. Right here, right at the top of my marine tank. I'm flying the flag upside down, and I've been flying the flag upside down from yesterday. And I will continue to fly the flag upside down. Now, let me tell you why I'm flying the flag upside down. I hear a report from my country, and when I read the report, I couldn't believe it. It's two reports I'm dealing with, but one in particular made me do this yesterday. And if you see my picture, I put up a picture with it, and there's a lot to be said about that picture. And I point into it that this is intentional. I'm flying the flag upside down. Here's the report I get from a good little sister of mine who live in Jamaica. And I can't believe it, but I have to believe it because of who said it. How can it be that women are fearing for their lives on a day-to-day basis? That somehow they might be abducted, all manner of sexual things done to them, and their bodies are discarded like it was trash or dirt. I was going to respond to her post on Instagram, and I'm going to big her up now for talking loudly about it. Julie, I saw your post on Instagram. Julie Keane, I big you up, darling, because you have a voice of a woman and a strong woman. And I thank you for bringing it to my attention. That story really touched my heart, and I was about halfway writing my response to you, and ganja stopped me. I figured the response had to be verbal and face to face. Because then I asked myself, what is really going on in the country? Where a woman afraid to jump in a taxi because she might not reach home based on is a real taxi or what? So here what I thinking to myself now, and I was burning a spliff, and I'm going go back through the ritual again, because I'm still processing it inside of myself, but I have something that I want to share with you. So the water just boiled, and I'm going to grind up a little bit of the herbs, because I need to have a very clear mind when I'm talking to you about this matter. I'm not going to take a little time. I even put a clock in front of me, so I have an idea what is going on. You can follow or listen to me if you want, but this is a serious matter. It's a very serious matter to me. That women are facing such a threat in our country right now, and I don't hear no national thing going on. No, you know what reached me, Julie, and I'm going to talk to you now, darling. Part of the response I was writing to you had these words in it. Evil don't have no preference about sex. Evil don't even know male nor female. That's what some people call it. There's evil in the land. I have a different look at it, darling. You know how long mankind getting taken away? You know how long mankind is getting stolen from them land? You know how long man and the male man is being put to subjection and killed and murdered and discarded. Right now still in a much man. Darling, it reach woman. And understand this. In the face of Rasta, there is no male, nor female, nor Greek, nor Jew, nor Gentile. Man is man. So you have to understand what is really happening in the country. It's not an attack against women. It's an attack of the male species against the female. But understand the bigger picture. Man turning against himself perpetually. How can a man destroy the very mother that created him? How can a species destroy the very womb that created him? Think about what has to happen in the kind of an animal. What kind of animal destroys its own? You call it evil? Listen to another take on it from a Rasta. I also call it instinct. Because I see that in other animals. I have a fish tank. You dare put certain kind of fish together that are live bearers, and you watch the predator go after that baby fish, even sometimes its own kind. If you know cichlids, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, when they are hungry, or it's a nutritious meal. So you have men out there right now who are hungry. Who are hungry for blood. And once you get blood, taste of blood in your mouth one time, you're hooked. Just like the fish them. Just like we as human beings, we are eating meat. We are taking the blood of our own kind and we are hooked on it. So it's not going to be no prayers that going to stop this. This is not what I'm talking to you about, prayers and getting this to stop. You're not going to like what I'm about to say to you. But let me take a light first. There's a pestilence that has been let loose in the land. You see, the flag turned up upside down. But do you all know the meaning of the Jamaican flag and why I specifically have the black facing down like that? I could have turned it anyway. I'm a Jamaican. All of those colors have symbolism to me, and nobody can tell me how to fly that flag. No queen, nobody can tell me how to fly that flag. Every color have meaning. And when I feel like bring attention to a particular color, I can do so because people are dying. Women are being abused and murdered and robbed and killed and abducted. No. This Rasta have to go say something about it. Pestilence has been let loose in the land. Let me talk to you about that. You see this little jacket I have on? It's a family member give me this jacket. It's a jacket or a little coat of many colors. Some people will get that if you knew me for a very long time ago. You'll know that I'm a man of the Bible. I teach and I preach from the Bible and I believe in the Bible. I love the stories in the Bible. And there's one teaching I did many years ago when I was I think it was a care group leader I was. Yes. Of the young adults. I was leading the young adults ministry at a particular church in Jamaica. And I went across this study about Joseph. And that story really moved me and I felt that story had a lot to do with my life. One day I'll be in a very similar situation. And I find myself in a position now where I look at a nation almost like Moses looked at a nation and said, let my people go. But you see, you're not going to get let go unless pestilence reach the land. Women, I know that this is a time where your heart is troubled deeply by what you're experiencing. To your children, to your men. Men are being locked up, men are being taken away right now. The prison them full of it. A whole heap of good man in a prison for let go right now, and I said that. right now every prison for change up in a Jamaica. It not working. You are prisoning and killing black man and black woman dying too. And a time for us to stop with fuckery. It's a simple thing for come together as one in a people. Look on the system where you are under and understand. This is a pestilence on the land. You're turning against yourselves. But why? Where's my phone there? I decided to read, or I should say go check up something. Because every Jamaican growing up is taught about the flag and the symbolisms of the flag. And in my mind, when I made this statement from yesterday in the picture, holding up my picture of my son, right by my heart, and I said, shh, I almost has to point to you. I'm going to read from the Jamaica Information Services website, the symbolism of the Jamaican flag. You ready? That's what it's on. jis.gov.jm. Symbolism of the Jamaican flag. The sun shineth, the land is green, and the people are strong and creative. You see me pause? I'm going to start it again. The sun shineth. Me start that again. The phone ring. It's a ringing time going on. The sun shineth. The land is green. And the people are strong and creative. Is the symbolism of the colors of the flag. Black depicts the strength and the creativity of the people. Gold, the natural beauty of the sunlight and the wealth of the country. And green signifies hope and agricultural resources. Now hear what happened to me now, people. It's so nice. But I don't business right now about agricultural resources. Hope I don't business about no fucking wealth or money. Even the sun could have got grey. Yo, women are being abducted and raped and killed. And that I feel like I want to dash with this blood clot phone right now. Listen to me, people. This flag gonna fly upside down until the Jamaican people become one and strong again. That I say as Raslanda Losi. Now I'm going to make my tea. And I'm going to continue to talk to you. You can continue to listen and hear what Jack continues to say to me about this matter. But yeah, this is a flag. And I will turn it any which way I feel like as a Jamaican, because it is my right to point to this flag and remind people what it symbolizes. And in other nations, when the flag turns upside down, it is a symbol of distress. And right now, I am distressed, and the women in my country are distressed, and the men in prison are distressed, and ghetto youth is distressed. It gonna fly blood clot upside down. I'm gonna make my ganja tea, and you can listen or goodbye. So here's how I do my tea now. I have a nice little piece of herb where from it come off of the vine, I leave on some of the leaves them. It's one of these where you don't trim up too good, you just leave them like this. Yeah? So you have the leaf them on it. And you just cure this in a mason jar, like this one curing for about 4.5 months, maybe 5. And I'll open it maybe every 3 weeks, give it a little breath of fresh air and shut it back. It smells good still, you see? But I don't have no more flour because every time I go in there and smell it, I always go and find a little piece of flour and just burn it same way, but the flower done now, so it's just the leaves them leave. So this is how I do the tea, right? So I take out a piece, I just say one of them like this, put them back, and then I'll just pick off the leaves them, because all tea is, you know, people, is dried leaves, you know. So I'll just pick off some of the dried leaves then. And what I'm going to do, I put it in one of these. I want girlfriend of mine show me this thing, you know. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see. In one of these things here, what you call them? I don't remember what you call them. These are tea things. So this is what was left from my last drinking. And it lasts a long time. I mean, I did like 2 of this already. And you can see how it still look. And I'm going to draw this one more. But I'm going to put some of the fresh leaves on top of it. And you'll see how I do it. And it come in like a nice green tea. So I'm going to go back and show you. So I pick off a few of these leaves. And then I just start to bunch them up. Make sure that it's just the leaves. So you'll see that I just have a few pieces here. And I just gather the leaves them up. Very simple. I mean, once you're growing, it's just showing that there are many simple uses for your trim. When you clip up your flower, don't dash everything, you know, because you can make a nice little tea out of this. Okay? So now I'll just pat this on top of the one I'm using. I'm going to hot up the water so it really hot. Okay. It won't take long because it was hot already. We did boil it and never pour it on. Good, that's it. Cover him back up. Just put him on like that. And then this part just hangs in the teacup. But the first teacup I'm going to show you is that one here. And I'm going to bring it closer and make you see it. Because there's symbolism in this. Everybody love talk about Jamaica, no problem. And I remember this is one of the things that I got when I came here to sort of remind me of Jamaica. And it says, hey man, no problem Jamaica. Yeah. Jamaica, there's problems. Because here what happened? This thing I think making a China or something, I never even noticed it wasn't a real teacup. And me like an idiot, go throw some tea in this and hear crack! Watch it, it crack. Is it? Yeah man. I must say, Jano! You mean the man them so cheap that them couldn't even give me a real one I could have used? It was really just decoration. Me never know that, and they make it just like a teacup. So yeah, there's problems in Jamaica. There are some cracks. We're gonna make you, what is making you right now not being able to hold water. There's always going to be this crack. And there's only one way to deal with this crack. Change the material where things make out of. Jamaica, how are we making our children? What material are we putting into them? What kind of men are we growing? What kind of women are we growing? What we're feeding them? We're feeding them minds about themselves and them nation and them people. How are men being taught, how are women being taught to honor and respect each other and the generations before them? Any of these things still going on? Or is it that we can't even talk about Jah in school now? There's a pestilence that has been let go on the people. And your prayer's not going to stop it. See, having whole heap of dreams, whole heap of prayer sessions, whole heap of visions. But don't expect it to stop, and here's why. This is just the beginning. Let my people go is just the beginning. There's going to be more pestilence on the land and they're not going to like it. You think you'll see nothing yet with women being taken away? Wait till them start take with the young youth then. It going to take up. Listen to me, people. These things are coming on the land, but do not be frightened in your own heart. There's a reason these things are happening by Jah. They will continue, and you'll see other different pestilence hit the land. For one reason and one reason only. The entire governmental and financial systems are going to be coming into a twirling whirlwind. A lot of things are going to be happening within the Caribbean very, 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 very soon. It's going to be tumultuous. Hold on, because it's just a sign of deliverance. Jah never leave him, people. Remember, say, the flag have a meaning. It don't matter what happened, it could have World War 15. You're going to stop believing Jah, or you're going to trust in your heart. Say, okay, God, these things have happened before, they too will pass. This is the confidence of Jah. Yes, I know it feels terrible. I hate the thought of what is happening to these young girls. You imagine you call a taxi. You call the taxi number. Them tell us that the taxi going to be outside in 5 minutes. It's a taxi company used all the time. You're going to work as a woman, a young girl. You just graduate from university, you have your student loans to pay back. You go outside, the taxi pull up 4:58 on time. You go through the gate, but something in your gut say, hold on. You can't look a little different. Something, you don't even know what it is, but something in your gut say, hold on, don't go in yet. And you start have a conversation with the taxi driver from outside the car. Because you're not, where's the cab sticker? But all the answers in giving you sound right. In all of the CB radio in there, you hear it. And then as you're just about to go in because you think to yourself, chop, you look and you see a cab pulling up right behind him and it's the on-time one, and this one in front of you just drive off. How as a woman you must feel safe? And the man them around you making these things happen. You see, when men start eating most vulnerable amongst themselves, ladies, is a pestilence. It's a sickness in the mind. And nobody like talk about those things, because that is true mental illness. Mankind was never divided. We were taught to be divided. Instinctively we move as a herd, as one. Only time to scatter a herd is when a predator comes amongst it. People of Jamaica, women, men, armed forces, is only one thing can get rid of this pestilence. Is when that pestilence sees its predator behind what it was going after. It's only then evil run from the country when them say righteousness amongst all. You want to know what righteousness look like? Righteousness is very simple. Everybody come together as one. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. And if you don't want to be one with Jamaican people, you can fuck off and left the blood clot country then. We're not running nobody. We're just going to say enough is enough. Money not going to run Jamaica no more. Love, peace and righteousness will. that is when the pestilence will leave. Because that which fuels it would have long departed. This is what we need in our country. But this is not a political statement. This is me, Ras Landalosi, making tea. The water boil is now been seeping for about 5 minutes. Now that's good. Normally, when it's seeping, I would cover it. But because that ganja sweet me, I forgot to cover it while it was seeping because I just start chat back to you. So I'm gonna bring it to you and you're gonna see it come to a nice light green color. If I can make on it and if I can see it. It's a nice light green color. And I can see it there. Oh, this cup, you know, and my son give me that cup here, you know, you see it? And my son give me that cup here for my birthday. Now people, I don't understand. You know, I'm not going to give me, I'm going to make you read it. Read it. Yeah. Follow, wait again. Follow your heart, but take your brain with you. No. How can I cut this a game father for his birthday? And as a young youth, you know the things where you say as a father, you have to ponder. Because you know him pick it up for a reason. And I'm trying to tell you something. And you understand, say, it's a big youth because him can start to reason certain ways. So yes, alright, I'll go and take a sip. I don't put nothing in it. I don't put no sugar. I don't even put no honey. Sometimes I would. No, actually I prefer it just straight like this, quite honestly. The aroma from the terpenes that are still in the leaves. It's so tasty and refreshing. If you are somebody who likes a hot beverage in the morning and you're hooked on caffeine-based teas and coffees, try this. Believe you me, I used to make about 1 cup of coffee a day. I would not do more than that unless I'm up late and I feel for something sweet or something like that, and I'll take another cup. But I'm not a man that I'd say I'm addicted to coffee. I don't need coffee. I just drink it out of, alright. And I'll go a day or 2 or 3 and don't drink no coffee. I don't feel nothing. It doesn't bother my system at all when I don't drink coffee. Because I'm not addicted to coffee. But there are times where I know that I have to stop drink coffee. And I'm only drinking it like at most 1 cup a day. I'll tell you what happened to me recently. And you need to understand what coffee does. I studied coffee. I was in a business that was a coffee business in Jamaica and distributing coffee. One of the things that coffee does to you is it dehydrates you. Yes. I think when I did the study, for every cup of coffee you drink, like this, you need the equivalent of 78, I believe, cups of water just to flush the acidic content out of your body that 1 cup of coffee put in. Now, most people I know, including myself, don't even drink a fraction of the required amount of water every day that we should drink. And if you're not drinking that amount, you are already dehydrated. So then you put coffee in, which dehydrates you even more. Here's one of the things that affects. It affects significantly your muscles. Because you're going to build up a lot of lactic acid around your muscles. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. Alright. I love my hobby. I'm an active man. I'm going to do something. Let me come around. So, I shaved recently. Going to just give a look at it. I shaved recently. See? Closing my eyes and turning around. I shaved recently. See? And I have a new sort of look, which is it happened yesterday, and I felt like it was a billy goat. I felt that for some people they would have said the spirit of a billy goat, but it was sort of like that, because that was when I felt in my spirit to start talking about a lot of the wrongs that I see happening in Jamaica. And it's like a ram goat. It's like that spirit came over me and said, you know what? I don't give a fuck what anybody say. I'm going to talk about things we're affecting people right now. Yeah. And it was that. And so the appearance changed. And yesterday, the first time, I realized I could actually tie back my locks. Jano, this I never do it before. I didn't realize it. I was just trying to put on something, and the bandana thing did just slip and go up and the hole. And I'm like, rotted. So yeah, I just tied back my locks for the first time yesterday, so I'm a bit happy. Because it felt very different, I must add, walking on without the hair on my face, because it was always just hanging. So now I can do this, and I'm happy my locks is growing. So, as I said, the tea is very refreshing. And I'll just sip on this as we go along. But now I'm going to the chalice. So here are the components. So this is the clay part called the kochi. And I'm going to always come around and let you see it a little closer. So this is the kochi. This one was made for me by one of my Rasta friends them in Jamaica, and it's hand carved. You can actually say this one actually has a lion on it as well. And on the inside you can see it's used just an open chamber. You see a little level on the inside there, like a little shelf. That little shelf now is for the gritty. And this is like just another clear screen. You can see some holes on the inside. And that essentially just drops and sits on the inside here. And sits like this. And this is now out of a cooking chamber, because here on the inside, this is where you stick your herb. You stick your herbs in here. You don't grind them up. You just take the whole flour and push on the inside. So this is literally like an oven, and so this was made a special way to hold the heat of the charcoal members at the right temperature to vaporize the herb. This is the original vaporizer. This is the concept from which modern day vaporizers were made. So you put the herb in here, put the gritty on top, and now we have the shelf like a little barbecue to put the charcoal. So the coal I use comes directly from Jamaica. It's activated charcoal made from coconut husk. The purest form of charcoal you can use, because that type of charcoal has been said to remove impurities from the body. The one that comes from the coconut husk. This is directly from Jamaica. It is organic. Notice, everything is organic when we are working with our chalice. So you'll notice I have a couple things here in front of me. I have a lemon. I have a little bit of warm water. I'm going to put a little bit more of this in here. And I have my napkin, and I have my stone love a plain eye background. Okay, you know, it's just so we build our vibes. Now, I'm going to have a special piece of herb I've been saving for this. I think this one is I have a symbol and I totally forget. It's not, is one of the, no. Oh, it's a lemon haze, you know. It's a super haze. It's one of those. It's a haze. Alright. Now, because I'll touch the coal and I'm going to now handle the herb, I just quickly just cut off a piece of the lemon. This goes in the water, just like you would at any fish place or any food place. Normally, this is a thing that we have in Jamaica, especially when we're eating fish. We have a little bowl of warm water and lemon, and that's just to clean your hands real quickly. So I'll just clean off my hands in here real quickly. Take on a napkins, dry off my hands. If you're a Roman Catholic, you would see your priest do things like this, but I do it for different reasons. You know, this is not a ritual written down anywhere. I just so me like to handle my food and anything going into my body, especially if of high significance. I clean my hands first. It's just hygiene, people. You understand me? Good. It just makes sense. Alright. I sip a little bit of the tea again. And I just leave it in here till it seep right through. I don't take it out. And you'll feel the intensity changes because it starts to soak in a little bit more. And then I'll just top it up a little bit more, some more water again. And this is typically my drinking for the day. Alright, so herb time. As I said, just put in the whole flour. Yes, still. Alright, I'll go and share the bowl. So I'll put in like this guy here, so now. See him? So he's going to be the lucky candidate. That's going to go in there. You can see him? Yum 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 yum. Yeah, alright, good, you see. So that size easily as a bud fits in here and more if I wanted. So lightly packed, I just stuff him in. There it is. Right? Stuff him in there. And then put the cutchy on top. Like that. Now we're going to go back to the coal. Oh, so now, before I put this on. So this is now the coconut part. So this element, this is coconut right here. This is a bamboo stem that comes up. This is a coconut cup. Right? This is the coconut cup. Has two holes. One hole here. Let me carry this up again so you can see it. One hole here, which is going to hold the other bamboo stem, which is where you're going to be inhaling from. And this part is going to hold the kochi. So the kochi literally is going to sit on top of it. Because remember, the kochi has a hole at the bottom. Right? So the fumes now, the vaporized fumes from the herbs is now going to be drawn from the base of the clay kochi through the top of the bamboo stem, down through the stem into the coconut, which is filled halfway with water. Just halfway with water. The stem extends all the way into the water. So all of the vapor then is coming through water and being steamed and purified. Now, I also use this like aromatherapy because I'll also put in here not just water with just by itself, but with probably like lemongrass or basil. You can then make this sort of like, as I said, an aromatherapy chamber that has other essential herbs, healing herbs, chamomile. You can put anything else here that blends with the vaporized herbs coming up through the filtered water. That means there's zero possibility of any little flake or anything that may have come off of the herb, any dry herb coming up through the channel into your mouth. All you're getting is pure herb vape mixed with whatever you put in here through the bamboo stem. That's what I'm going to show you next. And yeah, Rasta met these things in Jamaica, and if you're interested in one of these, I still have a couple of them. I've been promoting them. I carried it to a few trade shows. People love them. And just the whole organic use of it. So if you're interested in it, yeah, you can reach out to me because I do supply them. And just so you know, we as Jamaica Grow Academy at Jamaica Marijuana Assembly is a non-profit organization. We are a religious society registered here in Calgary, Alberta. Yes, I'm still, you see it? Just the T, you know? And a stuttering. Oh Lord. Registered here right now in Calgary, Alberta. That's Jamaica Marijuana Assembly. We are Rastafarian Religious Society. So, that's the English side for some of my friends who had a difficulty interpreting my Jamaican speaking. So yes, I was moved significantly about what I read, Julie Keane, in your Instagram post. And I thank you for bringing it to the global attention. Because we cannot sit down as a nation now and wonder how much more police for go up on the road and how much more gun to give them for go hunt down these men. It's not going to work. Babylon system will not take you out of Babylon. It is only meant to keep you in Babylon. Yes, that's what I say, it's Babylon system, because it was given to us by the Queen. She gave us this system of rulership and we are still being ruled by her. And until that stops, this is going to continue, because this is how Babylon system work. Is to keep people at perpetual war with each other and killing and destroying each other, so you will never be one. Because if you ever become one, Babylon afraid of you. You know why Babylon afraid of you? Look upon this. Here's a little reverse maths. Read it. Research says 1% of the population control 99% of the resources. You hear that number fluctuating from 92 to 98. You hear them, but it will always be in the high. 5% of the population of the world control 95% of the resources. You go hear it in the high 90s something, right? So let us be generous and says 10% then. 10% control 90% of the resources. Excuse me while I light my spliff. But I'm willing to bet that any day that 90% decide, say, you know what? Them done label we already, you know, as poor, low income, middle class. We all know we're not rich. So the rich them know who them is. And I want you to listen carefully to this message. This message is not a pitching of the poor or the middle class against another class. This is no class thing. This is not even a race thing. I want you to understand the math. Is that I'm talking to you about? A whole heap of time in Christian things we see this thing, you know, of David and Goliath. One man against an army. Or a Moses hold out him rod and all of a sudden a battle win. We've always seen the underdog coming up through the grace of God in all kind of scriptures and triumph, and we say, hooray, the weak has triumphed. But hold on there. You mean say 90% away don't realize that we're bigger than the 10%? How me can have 9 bodyguard and you have 10? No, that math not right. 9 bodyguard and you have 1. And you feel more secure on the road than me. When I walk on the road, I am more than likely to meet up another man like me than one of the most wealthiest people in the world that control all the resources. That's what I'm saying to you. And we are rubbing shoulders with each other every day. And we're warring against one another. Yo, I can picture a world enough of when all of it one enough and when there's no poverty and it's easy. And every human being knows this answer. But back to ganja. What made my heart bleed for you? But I know it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse. Them going to start take well meal picnic. And it's this up. You're going to start here all kind of state of emergencies. Not even that going to work. Can you see? You say mankind start to turn against himself. You can't reason with a sick mind. There's only one thing you can do with a sick mind. It's frighten it into submission. You heard me? I never said kill him. I said frighten him into submission. That's how nature works. You want to take over a kingdom, you have to go to the one that is ruling the kingdom and frighten him into submission. How you do that? What's the size of your army? You want to know the size of mine? Take a look over that mountain and tell me what you say. Who you think is behind me? You think I'm afraid of nobody? No, this Rasta don't afraid of nobody. Born again Christian, no Jack can speak in a tongues right now if you want. I know who they behind me, I know who write my life story. So I can talk the truth. And it's fuckery going on in my country. Oh, man can watch man abuse and deal and things like woman. Every man for take off all of their work and stop it. You want to say man? Jamaican man. You read the news, you watch and see for yourself. If it's blood clot men, when I lock down the country, all of them and say, yo, where them sick man today? We have to go find them and deal with them. And don't you dare lay a hand on them head. Nobody not draw no more blood. Them is sick and them need help. And them is doing that for our attention. Alright, back to my ganja. So my hands are clean. Now I put on the organic coconut on top of it. You know, this is the first time I'm doing a filming like this. I've always thought to myself I would do it one day. And how interesting it would be to show people what I do on my own. You see, all the difference here now, is that you're seeing what happens. Yes, this is why I took 2 years off of my life. When my father passed, my hand's dirty, you know. Hold it carefully. When Daddy passed, the 2nd of September, no, November, yeah, see it here? November 2nd, 2016. September 2nd, 1946. 70. Yeah. When he passed, I was blessed enough to have had a family that could commemorate such a great man in pictures and preserved in a book. But I bring it out because I keep that book that we created in my house. It's on my mantle, my children's seat. Just the other day, this week, my daughter came to me and she said, Daddy, when did Grandpa pass again? And I said, darling, just go look on the book. She knew exactly where the book is, and she says, oh, she went and she looked on the book. And you know what I heard after that? I heard her flipping the pages. She started to read the book again. She looked on the pictures and she was reminded of her grandfather. The memory of him. These are traditions which it did give us the idea. We never see nobody make a book yet for a funeral and give out a book. And the book was 70 pages exactly to commemorate the years of his life on earth. The exact number of years that he had always wanted to live. So the book was called 70. 70. My father taught me one thing, you know, about women. A lesson I'll never forget. And if my sister is listening and watching this, she'll remember it. If she don't remember it, I'm going to remind her right now, because I'm going to tell you. You know when you're getting a beating, when all the person you're getting the beating for you start bawl outside and beg feet for stop? Yeah, man. See, my father was a man like this, you know. Utmost respect for women. Utmost respect for women. He wouldn't have it any other way. So of course, I'm going to teach him son that. Alright, well every youth lose him way at some point in time, you know. You get a little over exuberant as you start to come into puberty and you feel say you rule the kingdom now and you can do what you want to do. No. One day me and my sister catch up and I don't know what. Oh no, I remember. Yes. Yes, it's that one that I'm going to tell her the one that she's going to remember. I'm going to tell her two stories. The first one was me and she catch up in a fight. And I hit her. You know, pick me and brother and sister young growing up and fighting. I hit her. She bad, of course, because daddy was around. Girls know how to do these things and get man in a trouble. You know? What she go ball for? Me and you fighting. Alright, so I pick on you. Anyway, she ball. Things are daddy here. If it's not so Lisa, here's the other part that I remember. The only part that this story is really about. Daddy took me into the room, closed the door, and said to me, go in my closet and pick one of the belts. And I said, what? He looked me in the eyes and he said to me, a man must never hit a woman. A man must never hit a woman. Now go and pick one of the belts, because I'm going to make sure you never forget this lesson in all of your life. I have been with countless men and countless women in my life. I dare you to go and find one of them. One of them. I can't say I've ever struck them. Unless it's a picnic and I'm disciplining them. Yeah, I believe in that. And some people don't believe in it. No, I don't ever believe in striking out of anger. But every animal on this earth have an instinct of defense and preservation. You know how we work as human beings? You know how we learn? You know the things that our brain stores in our mind that programs our day-to-day movements? Why do some people walk secure on earth and other people walk insecure? What would make a man look at a woman, two women walking together, and say I'm going to go after that one, but I would never go after that one. Same size woman, everything, but one him would attack and the other one him going to say, leave that one alone, she might have a blood clot, Glock and a knife. Some women walk different than another. Some men walk different than another. And a predator can always tell by the walk. How you walk on earth. If you're walking on earth nervous and afraid, oh my God, how am I going to pay the bill today? Red, deal. I forgot dentist and my teeth kill me. I'm a care if I skip a day of work. Red, deal. I don't want to fuck him. Yeah, because you picked them, I'm going to say that. Because we're there in a one room shack. And them think the woman out of road face all the time. For preserve themselves and them family. Them have to do things them don't want to do because man them not blood clot protecting them. Man will all beat up the girl them and fuck them and give them baby and just walk around left. How if hurt woman? You don't see say it's enough sick men in the country. Women, it getting worse. There's a pestilence on the land. But be glad, because it's such a go making people come together and rise up as one. There's more to come. But let me continue. So, now we put the water in the coconut cup. And I thought I'd catch the water. So I'm gonna go to the pipe. Remember, let's full it halfway. So I just full it halfway. Let's go to the kitchen sink real quick. And just full it up halfway. So now, this is where the bamboo straw come in now. That's the hole that it goes into right here. So I'm gonna bring that and come show you. So this is the next part here. So that is how this part set up. Now I put back on the kochi because I've now put on the coal on top. Okay? So this is all the coal that I put on top of it. And then I'll put it on any which way. Just rather careful. Now there's one thing I need to tell you about this, using this, especially indoors. Be careful, because the coal members are very hot, and once you light it, you can have your coal members jump, and if you're in an area where you have anything that's potentially flammable around, you could start a fire. So be very careful. I do not recommend you using this indoors. Just be careful about the environment you use it at, and how much coal that's on it, and if any members fall off, that you're prepared to out it. So that's just what you need to be careful about. This is coal you're dealing with. Like any other barbecue fire or pit, be careful with your coal. So that's the safety concern that I just make you know about. So this is also another piece of coconut, which is, bamboo, which is now the base. Now, it was together like this, but it don't matter. The bamboo expanded and cracked, but it still holds the shape. That's what I like about bamboo. So everything here is all natural earth elements. Bamboo, clay, coconut, water inside, and now we're going to add fire. Earth, wind, fire. I love this, especially at night, because the coal looks amazing when you're drawing on it outside and the wind hit it and you see it just blazing up in front of you. So how I get mine started is a very simple lighter. I could use the one that I have here to have two kinds. I'll see if I can bring them a little closer, show you how this one works. So this is refillable. So I do have the refill container butane for this. So I think this one goes this way, and then so cover, clips on. I think it does. Is it locked? It does have a safety switch here that you can flick to lock, yeah, on and off. I turn it off, and it just like that. So it's really nice. I like this one. What's the brand? And don't touch here after you've hit it. It's hot. This is very hot. Don't touch here once you've used it. This brand is, yeah, and I got this one at, where did I find this? At Canadian Tire. I think it's Canadian Tire I found this one. I believe so. I'm almost sure. So, next step is to light the coal embers, and basically I want to just get this nice and hot, where you can see the outer edges have become at least gray and everything is red. So when you have that grayish look on your coal right throughout, you know it's ready to draw on. So just start lighting it. Just like that. Just start, whatever type of system you're using, just start lighting. I like this one because it has a maximum time before it will automatically cut out after it gets hot. So I have to give it a little bit of a break. It's again another safety feature of this lighter, just to make sure you don't use it too much. And then just continue. And I can adjust the settings if I want. Best thing I found is to sort of also keep it a little bit more level. When you turn it at an angle, it tends to, for me on this one, cut out a lot sooner. So when I keep it at a level, you can see it's still going, versus when I was holding it at a downward angle, it was cutting out. So hold it level and just evenly go around and light it, and you can see the embers are starting to get that grayish color. They are getting hot. So I just go around, keep getting it hot, getting it hot, getting it hot. I can see it getting hot. Let me come a little closer so you can see the embers getting hot. You can see the reds, the grey I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see it. And it's almost ready now, where I can see, I can test to see if it needs, I can take a drop of it. So I'm going to take a break and continue lighting this, and then come back when it's lit. This is Roslan Dalosi. So this is the proper way when you're sharing it. This is my personal chalice, so I can just put my lips on it right away. However, I'm comfortable with it. Yeah? But when I'm sharing it, I always cover it like this with my hand. So you're holding it this way. And then your lips don't go on the wooden part, which is the straw. So when you're sharing it a Rasta man, and you're coming up, always clasp it, right? Just like that to see how I do it. However you feel comfortable, but this is what it's going to look like here. And you put your mouth on your fingers, not on the stem. Yeah, right? Very light, smooth. Very, very, very light. You hear the water bubbling. That's because of how high I have the water. Yeah, so it get hot. Basically the grey look I'm talking about, right? You see how the top look grey? Yeah, so these are when it's ready, and this is also when you need to be attention when you're indoors as to where you are and the embers. Again, this is a safety thing, just always be careful. I know, and I always have like 2 fire extinguishers right beside me, and I know what I'm doing. So I am careful, but I normally do this outside. So when I take a break now, I just put it down on the base. And because water is in there, it won't drop. So the base is the stand for it. I can just put it down and leave it. So I finish up my tea. And I'll end this by saying, Jamaica, the time has come for a change. And I'm not asking you to change. I'm not telling you to do nothing. I'm simply saying that this change is coming whether you like it or not. You're already in it, and the signs are already at hand. Whether you want to move with the herd or stand up and face the predator is up to you. I don't know how Jah write your story, but I'll tell you one thing. Me not running from the man them who say them control we. I decided to face them myself. So, ghetto youth is not my enemy. Prisoner is not my enemy. Them man they are friend. Them man they is persecuted man. You understand me? And them people there, me I look forward to help out. Because it's only when all of us are one, every last one away, and it's easy.
Light him back up again, let him hot again. Hot. Safety feature. When too hot, it won't make you light it, so it have to cool down. So I give it a couple shake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the same Stone Love vibes I played with them. Yo, follow them on YouTube, you know. That's why I have them thing I play in the background, you know. Yo, follow the Stone Love channel, subscribe to it. Yo, big up the dancehall artists them in Jamaica, all the sound them out of Jamaica. Big up and maximum respect. I love all of them. I'm getting a pure promotion. Yo, I'm one of the Stone Up sound that I love. Yo, big up on yourself. Yeah. So, I don't own the rights to none of these songs. I just having them YouTube channel playing right now. So. Oh, so this is the other one. So this is the other small one. Like when that give me problems sometimes, I go and cool down. And I'll just use the one I use for the cigarette. Because it's the same type of jet lighter. Yo! Yeah! I saw when the chalice get at it, lick if I can stand up to that. The clear well red hot and a whole fire. Yeah. This is Rastlanda Laws showing you how a Rasta man using chalice. Bless up. Jamaica, I love you. I'm going to burn some ganja and hope Jah give me more guidance for now. But all and strong ladies are going to chat to the man them straight for now. The whole of it have to come together as one and cut out the fuckery. We all is one. Turn round pan Goliath and say, yo, understand we is one. We might little, but the flag say, black say what? Strength and creativity. And that is we. We are the strong ones, not the weak ones. And lie them blood clot, tell her we rule the place, not them. Oh. Bless them, my God.